morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here. And I'm here joined by my husband, my 3 girls, and my extended family here, my friends. Thank you all for being here. Living in Corpus Christi for 19 years. Beautiful community, wonderful people, nice beaches. I have with me here, we have a temple here, Hindu temple. With me, I have our priest Sai Manoj Macholu. I would like to have him come here and start an invocation prayer. Usually, we do Ganesha.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to be here this morning. This is my first time coming here, and today I'm here with my beautiful wife, Harika, and supporting person. And my name is Priest Sai Manoj. I'm the priest at SV Temple, Corpus Christi. We are also known as South Texas Hindu Society. I'm here since 2016. In our Hindu tradition, we have a form of God who is the remover of obstacles and who is the God of beginning, and who can give the success, wisdom, and good luck. We call him as Lord Ganesha. For any work or any good thing, before starting, we pray to Lord Ganesha. For that reason, this morning also, we are starting with the Lord Ganesha's prayer. The prayer will be in 2 forms. One is the slokas, like a poem, and the other one is the Veda mantras. I went to the Vedic school when I was age 12, and it is for 8 years in the same place, and I got the bachelor's degree in the Vedas. And after that, I worked 2 years in India in the hundreds of years old temple. I worked there for 2 years before coming to Corpus Christi in 2016. Our Vedic school, we have like 600 students, Vedic students at a time, and the minimum age, the earliest age the students come to study the Vedas, it will be like 8 years old, and at the end, like when they come out of the college, they will be like 20, 21. So minimum they have to spend like 8 years or 12 years to complete one Veda. We have 4 Vedas. To complete one Veda, it will take 12 years of time. And after that, we need to get the practical knowledge to perform any rituals, like any ceremonies according to our Veda Shastras. And the slokas is like a poems and also Veda mantras, which we given by the God, and we follows from hundreds of years. Lord Ganesha is a son of the God Lord Shiva. He is one of the God from our Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva. So Ganesha is the son of Lord Shiva. And I'm going to start the slokas and some Veda mantras. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighnam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Srikanto Matulo Yasya Janani Sarvamangala Janaka Shankaro Devaha तं वन्दे कुञ्जराननम् ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमस्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासीत् त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावीत् तद्वक्तारमावीत् आवीन्माम् आवीद्वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. In our Hindu tradition, we always pray to get the peace for everyone in this world. That is the reason we will end our prayers or puja or any ceremony with the Shanti mantra, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. That means peace, peace and peace for everyone. Thank you so much for me having this here this morning. Thank you Ritha Garu and for everyone. Have a good day and blessed day. Thank you.
What is Hinduism? Well, when I was young, I was brought up in a Hindu family. My parents were practicing Hindu, devout Hindus, their traditions, rituals. Growing up, you don't think much about, okay, mom is doing something, dad is doing something, we have festivals. Morning you wake up, dad does his prayers, you be a part of the prayer on special days, special meals are cooked. But as I grew up, I started getting more and more involved in what my parents are doing, how it's connected. Traditionally, Hindus are born in a Hindu family. But now with Hinduism catching up in West, a lot of people are getting initiated into the religion or a way of life. Lot of mumbo jumbo goes on, but to keep it simple, it's all a religion of love and peace. When you are young, the traditions are passed on, the mostly oral traditions, passed on from a teacher to a disciple, from your parents to children. What my parents did, I watched. What I could assimilate, I am doing that. And what I do, my children observe. They have questions, I answer to the best of my knowledge. Hindu Dharma, we call it Sanatan Dharma, eternal Dharma. We don't know when it started, very old. What our priest Sai Manojji said, it's a prayer or a hymn that's a Vedic mantra. So the Vedas are our Hindu holy book. These are rituals or scriptures. They're passed by sages orally. Much, much later, they were compiled by sage Vedavyasa. There are different books, lot of volumes, We have 4 main books in Veda: the Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, and Atharva Veda. They are all collection of hymns for various gods and goddesses. Each book keeps dwelling on the same thing: universal God, different names. Call it by any name, in the end it's all one. And these hymns are notated with melodies for singing. What Vedic language, Sanskrit, we cannot speak it. It's not a spoken language. You go to 8 to 12 years of school to learn Sanskrit. So to make it easier for people to understand, some of these have been put into melodies or chants. You may not understand I don't understand most of what those mantras say, but when I say, I feel peaceful. There is something in there, the way you say it. If you know the way to say a mantra, that's all you need to know. And then there are certain hymns, like in Yajurveda, they are used for certain kind of sacrifices. And the last one, Atharva Veda, is the one that's more practical, where the mantras are used for our day-to-day thing, like regulating whether you do a puja at home or somebody is ailing. So there are special mantras that are supposed to cure or bring peace to the person suffering. So Vedas are difficult to understand or even to read and grasp. Most Hindus, believe me, don't know what these Vedas are. We just believe our priests who have learned these things and impart those knowledge in bits. From Vedas come Upanishads. These are more philosophical portion of the Vedas. They explain the fundamental tenets of the religion, which says God is everywhere. We worship gods, goddesses, and different forms. We respect nature, we worship nature, human beings, you, everyone. And then after the Upanishads come the epics, like the Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita. Those are stories that help you understand the basic dharma of a human being. Like if you take Ramayana, Ramayana stories, we have learned most of them about Lord Rama, an ideal son, ideal husband, ideal king, passed on to children as stories, a moral story, how to conduct yourself in daily life. And then there's another one, Mahabharata, the epic war, the feuding cousins, how dharma is always triumphant over adharma. We will dwell on these things later. And then the Bhagavad Gita, which is more popular in West now, the Song of God. Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata. It's, how many verses is it? 18 chapters. All it says is, what is your karma, how you conduct, what you do. Next. Hindus have two basic beliefs in our life: karma and reincarnation. Actions have consequences. What we do, good or bad. Good thoughts, bad thoughts. What you reap, you sow. And we believe in rebirth, reincarnation. So your reincarnation depends on your karma from your previous life. We believe that soul lives, body passes on, and you just take another form. There are some actions, you do something in expectation of something. It could be a good thing. You're doing a good deed, but you expect something out of it. That could lead to rebirth. But when you do deeds without any expectation, then that's when you're liberated. I tell my children, what you do, your action, think about it. Do you feel good about it? Do you feel bad about it? My dad, growing up, he had a big influence on how I perceived about my religion or my culture. He would always say, it's not the ritual that's important, but it's a thought that you put into it. You could do one or two less things, like we have a ritual, pujas or mantras. You don't have to do everything. Whatever little thing you do it with good thought. We believe in many gods, Hinduism, one God, but different names. Like when I go to school, you go to school, we go to school. There's a math teacher, a science teacher, a social teacher. Each one of them is taking us to the same thing, knowledge, but different subjects. So whatever appeals to you. The Hindu Trinity is very important. Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the protector, and Shiva, the destroyer. Between the three of them, we believe they take care of us, the universe. When you visit a temple, we have a beautiful temple here in Corpus on Mackenzie Road. So when you have time, please visit the temple. You don't have to do anything. Just enter and you could feel that peace, the aura in there. So when you go there, you see different images we call murti. I don't want to say idol, okay? These are statues of various deities. So every temple has these statues. You could say, hey, it's just a stone statue. So what's so special about it? Well, it's the image of God, but when we install it, even before the installation process, it goes through various steps. We call it prana pratishta. Prana is life energy, and pratishta is establish. Our priests here, they are well versed in doing that. You bring the statue, it comes from artisans. So many people have touched it, they carve it, they've used sharp tools. So you purify, it goes to a purification process. And then that image is infused with life breath. It becomes a conduit for divine grace. You treat that image or that statue, now we call murti, like an honored guest. We wash them, we clothe them, we decorate them, we offer food to them, we call it prasad, and then we partake that food which we think is blessed. And when you go on Saturdays to the temple, we have volunteers that make the prasad. So you go and eat one spoon of that food, whatever it is, and you tell me the satisfaction you get out of it. And our gods are treated like special guests. So on special festivals, occasions, we have parades where we take these murtis out on streets, singing, dancing. The video that we just saw of the Ganesha statue, Ganesh Chaturthi is the most, one of the celebrated. We have for each god a different parade. But when they go out, people come out of their homes, they pay respects. We have couple of events that happen at the temple. The statue that is there, the image, the murti is fixed. So when we do our parades, we have a smaller image of the same deity, and that deity is taken out for the parade around the temple. So even to do that, the priest has to invoke that main deity into that smaller deity. For Hindus, there are 4 main goals: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Dharma, what is it? It's your duty, fulfilling your purpose ethically. I would like to dwell more on dharma. We all have our dharma, a duty. Someone's a doctor, a musician, a nurse, a teacher, a priest, a mother. We all do our duties. But doing what you are meant to do ethically and to the best of your capacity is what dharma teaches you. Your dharma is it's not just for you. Hey, I'm making money, I'm doing my dharma. Dharma is for all human beings. Your obligation, not just towards your family, your parents, pass your knowledge on to them. Treat your guests properly. We have a thing in Indian culture, Atiti Devo Bhava. A guest is treated like a god. Even now when guests come, they are treated with utmost respect. We make sure that they are taken care of, well-fed, comfortable. That's your dharma. Treat other human beings respectfully. Treat everyone respectfully. And your obligation, your dharma, is not just for your fellow human beings or your family or yourself. Other living beings, not just humans, which include our plants, trees, forests, animals, even the smallest creature on earth has to be respected. So that's what dharma teaches us. And then the artha is where we are free and we are encouraged to make money. Prosper, but morally. Make money, but within the context of dharma. Ethical earning and moral living. And then we have kama, sensual pleasures. You enjoy life. I'm not saying, dharma doesn't say leave everything and just sit there and not do anything or do your duty. You can enjoy. You have sensual pleasures. You want to go watch a movie, do things. Enjoyment within the limits of dharma and artha. What you do has to be moral and within your financial constraint. That's another thing Hindus, now it's not so prevalent, but my dad and our parents, most of my friends that grew up in India, we never had the credit card system earlier. So my father was like, this is my salary for the month, and this is how I'm going to spend. So there's a budget. There's no taking loan or going out of the budget, and within that monthly income, you save some for emergencies. So that's where the kama, your control, comes. Enjoy, but morally and ethically. And the final one, moksha, we all go for it. At the end of it, we all want peace, enlightenment and peace. Getting to know God or whatever your soul seeks, peace. Practicing non-attachment helps you with that liberation. I do something, if I'm attached to it, I don't enjoy it as much. But when I do things with non-attachment, I'm not seeking any fruits out of it. But if I'm getting out of it, that's like a gift for me. So moksha, enlightenment and practicing non-attachment. Next. The Hindu life course, I'm sure everybody has this life course, but we divide it into 4. Brahmacharya, Grihastha, married life, Vanaprastha, spiritual practice, and Sannyasa. Everything has to be done at the right age and right time. Of course, now things are different. Our kids, they go for higher education, they have their life choices, which is fine. But those stages of life guide you for a better living and a peaceful life. When you're a student, focus on your studies. Focus on what you want to do in life. When you are married, you have an obligation or a duty towards your family. Once the kids grow up, give them good education, good sanskaras. Tell them what's right, what's wrong. Let them make a choice. Let them go on in their life and seek what they want. And then you kind of set back, more like a retired life. And then not many of us do this, sannyasa, but in real aspect, it doesn't mean just leave everything and go to a forest. Sannyasa is where that moksha part comes, getting non-attachment, getting there where you train yourself not to be attached to things, letting go slowly. Because that helps, that's the final stage in life when we have to let body goes, sometimes mind doesn't want to let go. We have seen a lot of terminally ill patients or people. You have to let that mind go to. Your body is ready to go, your mind should be ready to go to. Don't be attached to things. Hinduism derives some commandments, we call our 10 commandments of Hinduism, from a spiritual genius, Patanjali. Most of you now have been introduced to yoga or do know what yoga is now, which used to be more India, Nepal, it originated there. So sage Patanjali is the one that has put together yoga science, medicine, grammar in those, he's a 2nd century sage. So think about it, in those days, they have that kind of a knowledge. He kind of put like a ethical tenets for Hindus. Do's and don'ts. I start with the do's, don'ts. Do not do this and then do this. So we have those things, if anybody is aware of Ashtanga Yoga, we have Yama, Niyama, Dharana and all that. The other things are more like asanas and those are deeper aspects. But the basic ethical tenets of Hinduism are the 5 do nots and 5 do's. Yamas and niyamas. Ahimsa, we don't want to harm anyone. If you look at history, you can see that Hindus, by and large, are a peaceful community. We believe in live and let live. Satya, do not lie. So I remember this thing when we were kids. Well, in our household, they would say, hey, don't lie, God is watching. So we always had, even now when we go to the temple, we all have a altar, puja room, but when we go to the temple, we're like, oh, I'm in the temple, holy place, I should not lie. We all watch what we say, what we think, how we conduct in a temple. But if you let that satya, not just at the temple, practice it in daily life. We were in school, and school, we all bullies. Every school has bullies, every country. So somebody would do something to a kid, and like, hey, you did something wrong, God is watching. And the next thing you see, the kid that bullied fell down. See, I told you, God was watching. So action, reaction. Be truthful. Asteya. Do not take what is not yours. In simple terms, do not steal. But not just things, even thoughts. Asteya. If it's not yours, don't take it. Not just a pen or a wallet. A relationship. If it's not yours, don't go for it. Someone else's idea, don't steal it. Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya if you just look at the definition, abstinence. But the way sage Patanjali put it, overindulgence. We all see that in our modern culture, you overindulge. So control your senses. Take only as much as you need. Buy only what you need. Use only as much as you need. We tell our kids, now I'm become more like my dad. So the things he used to tell me when I was a kid, I tell my kids now. I'm like, oh, your grandfather used to say this. So I'm sure someday my girl says, you're turning like grandpa. God bless his soul. He used to say, when we used to sit and make our plate for food, my mom would make delicious food. So you look, oh wow, I can eat so much. I want more of this, I want more of that. Dad would be like, no, you think you'll eat that much? You don't. Take only a little bit, finish it. Overindulgence. In the process, wasting food. So it's not just food, resources. Use only as much as you need. It's very important in today's culture or society. Controlling ourselves to not to overindulge. The next thing is aparigraha, greedy. I want more of this. I want more of that. I want more love. I want more money. Be content. So don't be greedy. If it is meant for you, it will come to you. Once the do nots have been set, sage Patanjali sets the do's, the niyamas, what you need to do, what Hindus or anybody, humankind. These are not just for Hindus, what sage Patanjali put. If any of you have been doing yoga or doing yoga classes or yoga certification, these are the basic tenets they teach. So it's not just, Hinduism is for everyone, not for Hindus. Saucha, Santosha, Tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. When they say Saucha, cleanse yourself. So the first thing we do as soon as we get up, we take a shower. Clean body, clean mind. So when they say clean, it's like go take shower 2 to 3 times. Oh, I did my Saucha. No, that's not what Patanjali says. Cleanse your body and also your thoughts, your mind, your actions. Santosha, be content. You have everything. You don't need much to live. Discipline, tapas. Discipline your body and your mind. If you need to do something, you have to train your body and your mind. And then Svadhyaya. Once in a while, just sit down. Study yourself. Introspection. Pick something, a book, music, and just listen to the music. Read a book. introspect yourself on your actions and your thoughts. And the last, do Ishvara Pranidhana. Keep God in mind. Trust in God. Have faith. Have faith in yourself. I'm doing my best. How it works out, it's not under my control. I'm doing best. They studied the kids' exams. So worried. Oh my God, I'm so stressed. I'm so nervous. So Sunidhi knows this dialogue. I tell it maybe more than 100 times now. Sunidhi, you have done your best. You studied everything. Just go do it. Don't worry. What's the worst? You'll get 95, 90, 85, 80. Doesn't matter. You did your best. Don't go for the marks. See how much you learned from this. So do that. Gain knowledge. Don't see how much you learned, what you learned, and how you're going to practice it in your day-to-day life. We Hindus, I'm sure every culture has some sacraments that we go to or some rituals that we do. Birth, growing up, weddings. We have certain sacraments that have been explained how to go about it in Vedas. Everything is sacred for any day. We have a Hindu calendar that follows lunar calendar. We follow lunar calendar. So when we follow lunar calendar, when we celebrate Diwali, sometimes it comes in October and the next year it's in November, because the lunar calendar is based on the moon phases. Every day is sacred. Sometimes we say, hey, this day is good. The day you think you want to do something, you set your mind on it, that is a good day. Yet, we look at the planetary positions. When a child is born, we call the astrologer or the priest. For us, the priest does everything, all the rituals. So we look, okay, this child is born on this constellation. This was a birth chart. And we invite family. If you look at the picture, the cradle ceremony. So families are invited. It's a celebration. A new soul has arrived, an addition to your family. Everything that a child does in the first few years is important to us. The first time you take the baby out, the first time, the naming ceremony where the whole family is invited, and the first solid food. For everything, it's a ritual. It has to be done with family and friends. For us who have left India, our friends are our family. Your first haircut, everything is important. And young people have some initiation too. Boys go through a ritual called thread ceremony, and then they are initiated into what we call Gayatri Mantra. So they have their rituals. Many young boys in India still do that, and girls have their special days too. Women and girls are given a very special place in our culture. Weddings, huge family affair. It's not just a boy and girl or two people getting united. It's two families coming together. It's a celebration. And the last thing is honoring the departed. When somebody passes away, we let them go peacefully. So we do some rituals. We let go of our attachment to them. We say, as long as you are attached to that departed soul, the soul cannot be liberated. So you let go, you celebrate their life, you call family and friends, you send them good thoughts, and you wish them liberation or a good next birth. May they have a good life. And we also believe that these ancestors, our elders, the departed souls, they are going to come back and bless our children, our family, the next generation. A talk on Hinduism will not be complete without talking about our festivals. The most popular festival for us, or we have many, but the one that's been known worldwide is Deepavali or Diwali. The word just means a string of lights or a row of lights. Deepa is lamp, Avali is a row. The festival celebrates goddess Lakshmi. Like I said, we have one god or goddess for everything, for prosperity, for progeny, for knowledge, for wisdom. We have Ganesha. So Diwali celebrates goddess